The Chicago Bears just brought in an underrated ball hawk, and I want to talk about it. Coach Flus, he loves guys that take the ball away, guys that hit hard. And the Chicago Bears, they just signed undrafted free agent Reddy Steward, and he fits this mold to a T. We have my opinion, as you guys know. Your opinion is probably the same. We have the best secondary in the league, and the Bears, they just value this position so much. And with a low amount of draft picks this year, the need for depth has to come from signing the right guys after this draft is all over. So that's where we are right now. GM Ryan Poles, he's leaving no stone unturned and Reddy Steward. It's a signing we should talk about. He has a ton of experience. He played 5 seasons at Troy, one being the COVID year. During that time, 9 picks, 32 passes defended, and 130 tackles. And I want to go to this story on WindyCityGridiron.com. These guys are the gold standard, in my opinion, and they do these film studies for all the undrafted free agents that come in. Take some time, open up this story, watch the film, make your own decision. So I'm going to keep going. I just always want to give them props. They're fantastic. So he has a ton of experience, the 5 seasons at Troy, and the word underrated ball hawk. That isn't my invention. Underrated ball hawk when it comes to talking about Stewart. It's in almost every scouting report, and he really got positive reviews when he got invited to the Hula Bowl. The Bears, they've shown interest for a while as well. Justin Mello of the Draft Network, he asked Reddy who had shown interest back in February. And this is what Reddy had to say. I can think of some of the teams off the top of my head. The Bears and the Broncos stick out. They actually stood out to me because they made me get on the whiteboard. I wasn't expecting that. We wrote down a couple plays. I was able to showcase my football IQ. And that's a really cool thing. I think they caught up with them at the Hula Bowl. So the 9 picks got the Bears' attention because, frankly, the whole defensive philosophy under Coach Flus, that's built on turnovers and a knack for forcing them. That gets you in the door. And football IQ, that keeps you there, right? Reddy Steward, I am confident he has both by all reports. In coverage, he has great fluidity, great speed. He's great in zone, and he plays super instinctually, and he has just great awareness. What might endear him the most, what I think is his best trait, the coaching staff is going to love that he just hits hard. He just sticks tackles. But the only thing against him, the dude's undersized. He's only 5'10". He weighs in at a pretty light 180 pounds or so. So the Bears must be serious. Let's look at it this way, too. We got to follow the breadcrumbs. The Bears must be serious. Stewart, he got a $12.5K signing bonus. That would have been the second most last year behind only Tyson Bagent for the Bears. It's kind of odd, though. A significant commitment in this case is surprisingly $12.5K for an undrafted free agent. That must be the scale. With the sport of multi-million-dollar contracts, that seems like a pittance. But yeah, in the world of undrafted free agents, apparently that is a big commitment. So I'm just going to take their word for that. So the Chicago Bears, as you know, they boast one of the deepest secondaries in the NFL. Even after they released 2-time Pro Bowl safety Eddie Jackson, he was then replaced by veteran Kevin Byard in free agency. I'm going to close this story. You guys check that story out. Watch the film. Brisker, he still mans the other safety spot. Elijah Hicks, he just completed his second season. He filled in for Jackson when the latter missed a time due to injuries, and now he will directly back up Byard at the free side. They're especially deep at cornerback with 2023 All-Pro Jalen Johnson getting signed to a big-time contract, and actually a contract that's below market value, which is just more brilliance by Poles. Stay focused, Sean. He joins a trio of some talented guys, you know, Kyler Gordon, Terrell Smith, Tyreek Stevenson. We are so deep here. We also signed Owens in free agency. I mean, this has become a deep personnel group, but if you look at it as far as top tier talent, it's really only 4 deep. We could definitely use another guy. And if you have the ability to generate turnovers, I mean, it's just a talent, right? Not every guy has the it factor for generating turnovers. And Stewart, he's got a shot here to make this team if he can continue this playmaking that he does. So, fifth year senior, he logged a career high 4 interceptions in 2023. He scored a defensive touchdown for the second straight season, and that's the third time in the last 4 seasons. He has some playmaking appeal. That's really nice to see. To continue, he's also broken up 22 passes over the last 2 seasons. That showcases his versatility as well, and that's something that he actually has. There's that word again, versatility. That's a theme across all 3 phases of the game at Hallis Hall, right? And if this attribute is present, if a player is versatile, it incrementally increases the chances of being a significant contributor here with the Chicago Bears. And let's hear from Reddy. Honestly, I can play wherever I'm needed. I feel like I'm a versatile player. Wherever a team wants me to play, I really feel I can play every position in the defensive backfield. That's he told Mello this. I played both nickel and outside cornerback at Troy. I feel comfortable playing wherever I'm needed, and I'm not focused on one main position when I get to the league. I want to be versatile. I want him to be versatile. He has to be versatile if he's going to make this team. So here's the thing. His measurables, though, he's the corner with the second best PFF career grade at his position in the 2024 class that just went through. He's a 2-time first team All Sun Belt quarterback with 7 interceptions, 22 pass deflections, and 2 pick sixes over his last 2 seasons. Most notably, he finished the 2022 season with a 90.7 PFF grade. I repeat, a 90.7 PFF grade. That's eye-popping. The third highest of all FBS cornerbacks that year. I mean, if you look at it honestly, this guy, he can straight up ball. He has all the qualities that Coach Flus covets. Though he measured on the smaller side leading up to the draft, I covered that. It's his football IQ. It's his competitive nature. That's something that stands out the most about him on tape, his decisiveness. And given that Chicago has just 7 cornerbacks on its roster currently, good talent, I would say we're 4 deep. Stewart, he has the chance to push for a practice squad role at minimum, if not a 53-man roster spot. He has the ability to dominate a game at times. That's what I want to talk about as we close. This past season, he had 50 total tackles. He picked off 4 passes once again, and that includes the 45-yard pick 6 in the first play of the season. That's crazy. That's a good way to start out the season, right? During his 5-year career playing cornerback at Troy, he had 181 total tackles, 2.5 sacks, 9 interceptions, 42 pass deflections. That's pretty nice. Once again, he was a 2-time All Sun Belt first team honoree. This guy can ball. He's a little undersized, but he's not going to be starting. I think he'll definitely be on the practice squad, but I would love for a guy that has a knack for turnovers, a guy that has a penchant for hitting hard, a guy that's just a hard worker, plays super instinctually. I'd like to have that guy on our team if he's good enough, and he might be a good special teams guy. Maybe he can contribute even on punt returns. You never know. I'm not sure what his 40 time is. I should probably share that in the comments, but you guys tell me what you think. Every single guy that's an undrafted free agent here, he's not going to be a superstar. He's not going to be a Pro Bowler. But it's these little increments of quality players that we can get across the board, even at the lowest tiers that make our 53-man roster. We also need these guys on a practice squad to push the starters as we prepare for games. I think each one of these guys are important. And as we head into, camp, as we head into some of the offseason, it starts to snowball a little bit. I think every little advantage is perfect. I think every little advantage matters, and that's how you win ball games. That's how you improve as a team. Every player just pushing each other. And I've talked enough. You guys understand he's a playmaker. I would still say he's a ball hawk. So does everyone else. So let me know what you think in the comments. Bear down, and we'll talk soon. See ya.